Since Rich Homie Quan's tragic passing, nothing, and I mean nothing, has set the internet on fire quite like these new viral videos showing the rapper alive. It's got everybody talking. In this video, we're diving deep into what these clips mean and how they could flip the whole story of his death upside down. Trust me, you're gonna want to stick around for this, because there's a lot about this rapper's life and legacy that you don't know yet. The video. Following Rich Homie Quan's passing on September 5th, this wild video surfaced online that had everyone talking. In the video, you can see Rich Homie Quan getting close with Erica Banks, planting kisses on her cheek and neck. They're cozying up in what looks like a bar, giving off an intimate vibe, showing the closeness they shared behind closed doors. This video wasn't just any random leak. It was posted by Erica Banks herself as a tribute to Rich Homie Quan after his death. Now, for those unfamiliar with Erica Banks, she's not just any name in the game. She's a Texas-born rapper who shot to fame with her viral hit Bust It in 2021, sparking a massive social media challenge that had everybody participating. You probably remember everyone, even Ice Spice, jumping on that challenge. Yeah, Bust It was Erica's moment. Signed with 1501 Certified Entertainment, the same label that brought us Megan Thee Stallion. Erica's sound is a mix of southern rap and catchy hooks that have solidified her as one of hip-hop's rising stars. But back to this tribute she posted. Alongside the video, Erica dropped some receipts, screenshots of text messages from Quan himself, and in those texts, he was laying it all out there, confessing his feelings. He was talking about how happy he was with her, showing a vulnerable side that not many people got to see while he was still alive. She even captioned it, "All you wanted was to find happiness again. I always saw it in your face and heard it in your voice, but you had so much left to do." So, yeah, from the outside looking in, this might seem like a cute tribute to a lost love. But hold up, there's a twist. The thing is, Rich Homie Quan had a girlfriend, Amber Williams, who he shared a child with. So you already know this tribute Erica posted didn't sit right with a lot of folks. The internet went into full meltdown mode, and trust me, they weren't having it. One comment under the post bluntly said, "Posting that last text was nasty work and so unnecessary. Why do women do this?" Another added, "Here we go, if you kept it a secret while he was living, keep it that way after death." And the backlash didn't stop there. "The man ain't been announced dead for 24 hours, and here we go," someone else wrote, echoing the feelings of many. People weren't just side-eyeing the timing. They were calling Erica out for what they saw as clout chasing, using Quan's death to reveal a private relationship just to stir up attention. It wasn't just random internet trolls either. Fans and hip-hop heads weighed in. The overall sentiment was clear. This tribute felt like a slap in the face to Quan's family, especially Amber, who was already dealing with the unimaginable grief of losing him. The backlash got so intense, Erica had no choice but to delete the post. And it only got worse when people found out that it was Amber, the woman Quan was publicly with, who found his body. The timeline of events leading up to the tragic discovery of Rich Homie Quan's body by his girlfriend Amber Williams begins on the evening of September 4th, 2024. Rich Homie Quan, whose real name was DeQuantis Devontae Lamar, had been going about his day like any other. He spent the day taking care of business, grinding like he always did. By the time evening came around, everything seemed routine, just another typical night. After dinner, Amber called it a night and went to bed. But Quan, clearly drained from the hustle and bustle of the day, decided to crash on the couch instead. Maybe he was too tired to move, or maybe he just wanted to chill for a bit longer before heading to bed. Either way, this would be the last time Amber would see him alive. The morning of September 5th, 2024, started off like any other. Amber woke up, made breakfast, and got their son ready for school. All the while, Quan was still posted up on the couch, looking like he was in a deep sleep. Not thinking much of it, Amber assumed he was just catching up on some rest. She even grabbed a blanket and tucked him in as he lay there. During her absence, the house remained eerily quiet. Quan, who had always been a vibrant and energetic presence, lay motionless on the couch. Amber, unaware of the impending tragedy, went about her morning routine, completely oblivious to the horror that awaited her. When she got back home, Amber went to check on Quan. That's when everything flipped upside down. He wasn't moving. She tried to wake him, but nothing. Then, she noticed the foam in his mouth, and it hit her. Something was seriously wrong. Panic kicked in hard, and the reality of what was happening crashed down on her like a ton of bricks. In a state of sheer panic and disbelief, Amber immediately called 911.
"I need an ambulance."
Tell me exactly what happened.
I don't feel a heartbeat. I don't see him breathing.
The operator, trying to keep her calm, guided her through steps to help Quan breathe, instructing her to lay him flat on his back. Paramedics arrived within minutes, but it was already too late. Despite their best efforts, Quan was pronounced dead at the scene. The 34-year-old rapper, who had touched the lives of many with his music, was gone. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office was notified, and an autopsy was scheduled to determine the cause of death. His death sent shock through the hip-hop community and beyond. Twitter was flooded with tributes tributes, and fans couldn't believe it. One fan posted, "Life really cheated Rich Homie. He was so talented and deserved to be much further in the game. R.I.P." Another wrote, "R.I.P. to one of the most underrated. He kept grinding even after the hype died down. Always respected Quan, for real. This one hurts." It wasn't just fans paying respects. Some of the biggest names in the game came through with heartfelt messages. Boozy, one of Quan's close collaborators, was one of the first to honor his legacy. "Just talk to you, brah. Never gonna forget your smile and the way you talk, and of course that music," Boozy tweeted. "We got some good ass memories together, and that's always gonna bring a smile to my face. Hash rest up Quan. We was cooking up some too," he said in another post. Boozy and Rich Homie Quan go way back. Their chemistry on tracks like a Man back in 2014 wasn't just about making hits. It was deeper than that. Boozy laid bare his struggles with prison life, while Quan opened up about having to hold it down for his family. Their bond ran deep, built on shared experiences that went beyond the studio. In 2016, they teamed up again on Private Room alongside Tony Michael, keeping that connection strong and showing just how tight their working relationship was. Another notable rapper who poured out his heart was Jackie. He and Quan shared an even more personal connection. Jackie took to Twitter, calling Quan not just a friend, but a brother and a legend. In his post, he wrote, "Rest in peace, my brother Rich Homie Quan. I love you for life. Rich Gang." Rich Homie Quan and Jackie were both part of Rich Gang, a collective that also included artists like Young Thug and Birdman. The group made serious waves with hits like Lifestyle. And during that time, Quan and Jackie worked closely, dropping collaborations like Come Through, Remix, and Feel It. Their bond wasn't just business. They were tight on a personal level, with Jackie always showing love and support for Quan's work. It was clear that for Jackie, losing Quan felt like losing family. Quavo also took a moment to reflect. He and Quan shared a strong connection, especially during the early days of Atlanta's hip-hop explosion. The two spent a lot of time together, constantly crossing paths in the studio, working alongside heavyweights like Young Thug and Mustard. Their relationship was built on mutual respect, and Quan's passing hit Quavo hard. On his Instagram story, Quavo posted a heartfelt message along with a photo of them together saying, "May God be with us. Never saw this being a part of our journey." He followed it up with another post reflecting on their early grind, emphasizing how hungry they all were back then, pushing toward the same goals. Playboy Carti also paid his respects, posting several photos and videos of Quan on his Instagram stories. While Carti and Quan didn't collaborate much, the respect between them was clear. Carti's posts were his way of honoring a fellow Atlanta rapper and recognizing the impact Quan had on the culture. After Rich Homie Quan's death, it wasn't just Erica Banks making headlines with her tribute. Other women quickly started coming forward, claiming they had some kind of relationship with the rapper as well. One of the most notable was a woman with the Instagram handle at Big Brit. She took to social media to share multiple photos and videos of her and Quan in intimate settings. In one of the posts, Quan is seen kissing her in the mirror as she takes a selfie. Her caption read, "We know everything about each other. I don't care what nobody has to say. You were my everything. What am I supposed to do without you?" Unsurprisingly, the post blew up, and the comment section lit up with strong opinions. One person commented, "Every time a man dies, we find out he had 5 girlfriends." Another chimed in saying, "This is disrespectful to the first lady, y'all. Where's the class? Y'all really think being 2 NDs and 3 RDs is something to brag about?" The backlash was real, with many feeling like these posts were pulling attention away from Quan's family, especially his girlfriend Amber Williams, who was already going through the heartache of losing him. But that wasn't the end of it. A woman on TikTok, going by the name at Lila Fromval, also shared her story, claiming that she had grown close to Quan after an episode of the dating show 20v1. In her post, she wrote, "I lost a great friend today. You're gone, but never forgotten." However, as soon as fans started accusing her of trying to get clout or overstepping boundaries, she was quick to clarify her relationship with Quan, stating that it wasn't romantic. She even made it a point to distance herself from the ongoing drama, referencing another celebrity by saying, "I'm not Erica." For those outside the hip-hop world, these videos may have been shocking, but for the people who really knew Quan, this was just another chapter in his wild, chaotic life. Rich Homie Quan's chaotic life. For those who truly knew Quan, it was clear the man had a lot going on beneath the surface. One of the biggest battles he faced was his struggle with addiction, a fight he didn't shy away from talking about in the past.
Oh, hell yeah, man, I was on Molly every day. Oof. Listen, geeked up, bite down. Listen, I'm talking, bro, I felt like I couldn't do a show or a song without being on Molly.
One of his rawest moments came when he sat down for an interview on My Expert Opinion. Quan didn't hold back as he opened up about how it all started. His addiction took root when he was in the thick of touring, performing night after night all over the world.
We was doing so many shows, I couldn't stay up. So I knew some people like, bro, I got something to keep you up. Kept me up.
What started as a one-time boost quickly turned into a daily habit. Molly wasn't just something he used to get by anymore, it had a grip on him. The addiction was pulling him deeper and deeper, taking control of everything he did.
Man, I was taking Molly, bro, damn near every day, man. And I knew, like, my attitude was saying, I'm bucking on my mama. You know what I'm saying? I ain't showing up to family events. Like,
At his lowest point, Quan was relying on drugs just to make it through the day. It got so bad that he'd be popping Molly first thing in the morning before even brushing his teeth.
I was popping before I brush my teeth, bro. Like, that's how I was starting my day. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you really supposed to eat, nigga, and I'm gonna take the Molly then eat. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes you.
Quan's wake-up call didn't happen overnight. It took a toll on his relationships, especially with his family. He started snapping on his loved ones for no reason, and it wasn't until he began noticing how his actions were affecting his kids that things really hit home.
Say one day I just woke up like, damn, I don't even want to keep snapping on the kids. Like, I'm snapping on the kids for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, damn, like, boy, you tripping. You tripping. I think my mama and I told me, like, you all right? And when she said that, like, you can notice it. Oh, nah, that mom dude, boy, I gotta chill out.
Following his death, fans and media outlets wasted no time speculating on the cause, with many pointing to a possible overdose, maybe even linked to fentanyl-laced pills. Although the official toxicology report is still pending, rumors of a drug overdose have been swirling online. Some sources even suggested Quan may have taken counterfeit Percocets laced with fentanyl, adding more fuel to the fire. And then, Boosie blew up social media with a tweet that took everything to the next level. He wrote, "Just got word rich homie Quan just OD'd. Just talked to Juan the other day." That tweet confirmed the shocking news that Quan had died of an overdose, and it set the internet on fire. Fans immediately flooded the comments, reacting in disbelief and heartbreak as the news spread like wildfire. Unfortunately, Quan isn't the only rapper we've lost to an overdose. The harsh truth is, the hip-hop industry has been hit hard by addiction for years. We've seen it before with legends like DMX, and more recently with rising stars like Enchanting. DMX, born Earl Simmons, was a massive force in the rap game, known for iconic hits like X Gon' Give It To Ya and Party Up in Here. But just like Quan, DMX had his own battle with addiction, one that he didn't hide. In fact, in one interview, DMX shared a heartbreaking story about how his addiction began. He revealed that it was his mentor, Reddy Ron, who introduced him to drugs at just 14 years old. What he didn't know at the time was that the blunt he was given was laced with crack, a moment that changed everything for him.
I hit the blunt and I'm like, I was no longer focused on the money. I never felt like this, I'm like, and I later found out that he laced the blunt with crack.
After a long, difficult battle with substance abuse, much like Quan, DMX tragically passed away on April 9, 2021 at the age of 50. His death came after spending a week in the hospital on life support following a heart attack caused by a drug overdose at his home in New York. Before Quan's passing, another promising artist, Enchanting, tragically lost her life to an overdose. For those who don't know, Enchanting-born Channing Nicole Larry was a Texas-born rapper who made waves after signing with Gucci Mane's 1017 label in 2020. Known for her unique blend of trap and R&B, she was on her way to becoming a big name in the industry. But behind the scenes, she was fighting her own battles. On June 11, 2024, Enchanting passed away at just 26 years old from an accidental overdose involving oxycodone and benzodiazepines. Her manager revealed that she had been trying to get clean just days before her death, but unfortunately, the struggle was too much to overcome. But addiction wasn't the only storm surrounding Rich Homie Quan's life. Outside of his personal battles, one of the most chaotic controversies tied to his name was the rumors that he had snitched on Young Thug and Thug's RICO case. Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug were incredibly tight at one point, so close in fact, that they formed a duo within the Rich Gang Collective alongside Birdman. Their chemistry on tracks like Lifestyle and Get TF Out My Face had them running the rap game together, almost inseparable. But their bond stirred up its own drama when Young Thug took to social media and referred to Quan as his hubby. In the post, Thug wrote, "Me and my hubby, Rich Homie Quan for life, you did." That post set off rumors about their relationship, with some fans questioning their sexual orientation. Quan later addressed the rumors, making it clear that this was just Thug's lingo, and it never bothered him.
It's a language. There's nothing stupid or fruity going on. It's the way we talk, it's the way we live. Those are my babes, no my lovers, no my hubbies, whatever you want to call it.
However, the cracks in their friendship started to show. One of the first signs that things weren't cool between them anymore came when Young Thug took to the stage on the Rodeo tour with Travis Scott in 2015 and threw shade at Quan, calling him Big Homie Quan.
Stupid man, get your
From there, things got even messier, with the snitching rumors coming in heavy and putting Quan in a tough spot. It all started after a raid on Young Thug's crib back in 2015. Thug caught multiple charges, and Quan found himself tied up in the same legal drama. Word on the streets was that Quan might have cooperated with the feds to dodge a bigger sentence. But Quan wasn't about to let that slide. He stood his ground, denying every allegation. He made it clear he didn't fold, and he didn't hand over any info. But despite his pushback, the damage was already done. The trust between Quan and Thug had been shattered. Even as the years passed, the tension lingered. Thug would occasionally throw shade, hinting that something happened between them that left a permanent scar on their relationship.
What's the relationship with Quan, with Rich Homie?
No, we don't have no problem. Like, I don't think we can be like how we used to be.
Right.
He already just did some and he already know my heart.
Before Quan's passing, though, he did mention in an interview that he was open to reconciliation, suggesting that despite the bad blood, he still had hope for some kind of resolution between them.
Who knows what the future holds? First and foremost, let's free Thugger. Let's free anybody locked up. Let's free Luwak, Lucci. It's a touchy situation, so I try not to talk about it a lot, but I don't know what the future holds, man. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have a conversation. And then it'll start from there.
While Quan was navigating the ups and downs of his personal life, he was also facing legal battles, legal issues. Quan grew up in East Atlanta, Georgia, a place known for its high crime rates and tough streets. If you know anything about East Atlanta, you know it's a place that can make or break you. For Quan, it shaped much of his early life, influencing the choices he made. As a teenager, Quan started drifting toward the streets, lured by the promise of quick money and the influence of the wrong crowd. The street life had a strong pull, and soon what started as small-time hustling turned into more serious crimes. At first it was petty stuff, but before long, Quan and his crew were breaking into homes and businesses, grabbing whatever they could flip for fast cash. Electronics, TVs, you name it. Reflecting on those days, Quan admitted, "I was rolling with the wrong crowd, not using my brain. Down south, burglary was big. TVs, electronics, anything we could get our hands on." But that reckless lifestyle eventually caught up with him. His run-ins with the law started stacking up, and it all came crashing down when he was arrested and went to prison.
What were you actually in jail for and how long?
I was in jail for burglary for 15 months. Yeah.
And that was county jail or state prison?
I was in county jail 15 months. That's where I wish I would have went to prison. Man.
Quan's time behind bars wasn't just a physical sentence. It was a mentally and emotionally draining experience that left a lasting mark. Spending 15 months in DeKalb County Jail, Quan admitted that the environment was tough. In fact, he even said he would have preferred prison, where conditions might have been better.
I rather did 15 months in the prison in the day, but we in a county jail, man. So that's it. I'm saying I did 15 months in DeKalb. You see what I'm saying? Like, real drag session, man.
The county jail's chaotic, unregulated nature wore him down, and Quan made it clear that the experience had a major impact on his outlook, both on his life and the choices that landed him there. But Quan's battles weren't over yet. The next time he found himself in the middle of a legal storm, it wasn't in the streets, it was in the courtroom. In 2015, Rich Homie Quan launched a $2 million lawsuit against his former label, Think It's a Game TIG Records. The issue? He claimed he wasn't paid what he was owed for massive hits like Flex and Type of Way. According to Quan's camp, the label wasn't holding up its end of the deal.
We're not asking for anything that is not due to Quan. All we're saying is that the contract in which was signed is not being held up on the label side as far as disbursement of funds. I mean, it's no secret. It's about the money. I mean, you know just as well as I know, Quan is making money. So if Quan is making money, it's only fair that the label pay what the contract states.
But TIG wasn't going down quietly. They hit back, countersuing Quan for releasing unauthorized music and failing to report all his earnings. This legal back and forth sparked a lot of tension between Quan and the label, with both sides slinging accusations at each other. Despite all the drama, the two parties finally reached a settlement in August 2016, though the exact details were kept under wraps. Quan's father and manager breathed a sigh of relief, while TIG's CEO, Fly, played it cool, saying they were like family and ready to move on. For Quan, this settlement was a major turning point in his career, giving him the freedom to focus on his debut album, Rich as in Spirit, and new music. Just a year later, in 2017, Quan found himself caught up in another case. On May 28, 2017, while on his way to a performance, Quan and 4 others were stopped at a police checkpoint on Highway 1 in Louisville, Georgia. Authorities searched their vehicle and reportedly discovered marijuana, heroin, drug paraphernalia, and firearms. Quan was charged with felony drug possession with intent to distribute, a charge that carried the possibility of up to 30 years in prison. Despite the seriousness of the situation, the case took a turn in his favor and was eventually dismissed 2 years later, allowing Quan to move forward from yet another legal hurdle that could have derailed his career for good. Even though Quan managed to beat that legal case, his life was still a constant ride of highs and lows. With the recent videos going viral, it adds yet another layer of mystery to his story, making people wonder what was really going on behind the scenes. And in the coming days, you can bet more details about Quan's life, both the good and the bad, are bound to come out. One thing's for sure though, Quan's story ain't over yet, and the world's gonna be watching closely to see what comes next. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.